Welcome, art enthusiasts. My name is Bill, and this is episode 1 of Chasing Likeness. In today's episode, I'm going to attempt to paint my friend James. Now, what comes with being a friend of mine is you do run the risk of me occasionally deciding to do a portrait of you out of the blue. And sometimes that portrait comes out great, and if you're an artist out there, you realize that sometimes you just don't quite nail it, so that happens too. So as I try to get the likeness of James, one of the first things that I've learned over the past few years is that you really need to start by getting the head shape correct. So whether you are using an actual printed photograph or like me have brought the file into Photoshop, what I'm trying to do is to get a good starting point for the shape of the head. So by doing that, what I'm using as a guide is a line vertically straight through the middle and a line horizontally right through the middle. So I'm essentially putting a big plus sign across the image, divides it into 4 quadrants, and it gives me at least something to eyeball. Now, to me, it goes without saying, but you might not realize this, but if I were to get an official commission where somebody wanted a portrait done of themselves or a loved one, and I had to nail the likeness, I would for sure use a grid, or I would use a projector. I would use something to make sure that, the eyeballs are in the right spot, the nose is in the right spot, the mouth is in the right spot, and I might just put simple dots where those things are, but at least I would have it in the right place. I mean, it's hard enough to do a painting as it is, but I'm certainly not going to risk trying to wing it and end up with something that looks like a disfigured third cousin. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, I have to say, for my first one out of the gates, it turned out pretty well. In a way, I was hoping there would be a disaster just so it'd be more fun for you to watch. And I totally recognize for the really established artists out there, you can find lots of things wrong with this portrait, no doubt about it. But overall, for me, I look back at my work 4 years ago, 2 years ago, and this is pretty good. So overall, I'm happy with it. It looks like James. And that's a wrap for the very first episode of Chasing Likeness. I plan on doing more of these, so hopefully you enjoyed this. You'll come back for more. Have a great one.